there, moviegoers. It's Alex again with another edition of Talkies. This week I'd like to talk to you guys about Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch is the new PG-13 action-adventure directed by Zack Snyder and starring Emily Browning, Abby Cornish, Jen Malone, Vanessa Hudgens, and Jamie Chung. Now, I have got a lot to talk about and not a lot of time to do it. And since I could spend this whole episode trying to explain the plot to you and you still wouldn't get it, I'm just gonna skip the plot explanation and move on to Zack Snyder, who is both co-writer and director of this film. Now, this is the second of Snyder's films I've been able to review. Not complaining. And I think this movie, more than the others, show how much talent he has, both as a visionary director and a storyteller. This is most definitely his coolest film to date. First in the cast is Emily Browning. Browning not only plays the main character Baby Doll with ferocity and adorability, she also sings a few songs on the soundtrack. Browning was a fantastic heroine, and did an excellent job at playing the backbone of the group. Abby Cornish, from Limitless. Again, not complaining. She was awesome in Sucker Punch. Her character Sweet Pea was kind of the big sister to the group, and she had a few pretty remarkable turnarounds in her character. She had such a cool part, and I think Cornish was excellent. Next is Jenna Malone. Malone is probably my favorite character out of the rest of the main cast. Her character Rocket was sort of the middle sister of the group and had the most to say. I've been a fan of Malone's for a while now, and it was really cool to see her do something completely different very well. Next is Vanessa Hudgens. Hudgens plays the ironically named Blondie. Blondie was a little bit of a smaller part, but did bring about a big surprise twist toward the middle of the film. She was fun, she was tough, and along with Jamie Chung, broke up a lot of the drama. Lastly is Jamie Chung. You know, for getting her start on The Real World, she's actually done pretty well. I've only seen her in a few things, but so far I'm actually really impressed. And Sucker Punch is definitely her best performance to date. Whew. Exhale. Big cast. I don't even have time to get to the supporting players. Specifically Oscar Isaac, Carla Gugino, and the featured performances of Scott Glenn and John Hamm. I think it's important to note that they were all excellent, and I wish I could have gotten a chance to talk about them. So this movie can be viewed on so many levels. You can view it as just kind of an adventure action fantasy with no real deeper meaning and have a blast watching. Or you can read into the deep poetry and symbolism of the filmmaking and have fun trying to decipher it. You can even watch it just because every actress in it is breathtaking. It's the kind of movie where you really have to watch it to form your own opinion about it. And that's why I'm gonna resist telling you guys what I think it all means. If you do choose to read into the story, it's kind of hard to follow at first. But I think it did wrap the whole story up in a nice little bow at the end. The visual effects were out of this world, even for a Zack Snyder movie. And I thought it was really cool that the fantasy realm aspect touched on every single genre and nerd lore you can possibly imagine. At one point they're fighting goblins, and then there's robots, and then there's giant mechanized samurai. It's all over the place, but never overwhelming. And it was cool because it all looked so familiar, but they made it look familiar without mimicking anything you've ever seen before. In conclusion, I would like to give Sucker Punch a 10 out of 10. This is a nerd's movie, but it's also a philosopher's movie and a filmmaker's movie. It's so great because it touches on so much and nails every part of it. So that is it for this week's edition of Talkies. Signing off for FingerLakes1.com, my name is Alex Sinacropi, and what I really want to do is direct. I'll see you guys later.
At FingerLakes1.com.